Sometimes Sam feels sad that TJ isn't at home. The Bible says there are lots of trees in there. Maybe TJ can ride on a giraffe. In heaven, TJ is healthy and strong. He can do so many fun things.
This book is dedicated to Sam.
Yes.
Tell me about Sam. I'm assuming Sam inspired the book. What happened?
Yes, my nephew Sam. He's perfect. At the time when I wrote this, he was about to turn 2. And my sister and my brother-in-law were pregnant again with my nephew TJ. And pretty early in our pregnancy, my sister Tatum found out that TJ was diagnosed with trisomy 18, which is a life-limiting diagnosis. So we knew at like week 12, 15, end of first trimester, that TJ would not live. Unless God did something totally different, TJ would not live. We started really talking about like, how do we help Sam? No one has a book, Efrem. There's a couple that are mentioned, but nobody tells me this, like, this is the gospel-centric book for our family that helped with the loss of a sibling. And I was like, well, here we go then.
Wow.
So, you know me, Efrem, I don't make casseroles, but I can tell a story. I was writing a story for Sam. So then when TJ passes, a couple of weeks, months later is when Tatum started reading Sam the book. And then a few months after that, I sent it to my agent and I just said, hey, I don't even know if the publisher wants to put a foot in this because this is really niche. I don't know how many families it will need it, but we did.
What's been the response from people who've read it so far?
Oh gosh. Multiple people said, hey, I bought 5 copies. I don't need any of them yet. And the next day they say, one of my friends just had a miscarriage. I'm so glad I had this sitting on my shelf. So that's been the response so far. It's been really sweet. It's been really kind of people to tell us when the book matters to them. 1 in 4 women have a miscarriage. And so if you count miscarriages plus stillbirth or impossible medical decisions or death of an infant, that is a lot of suffering parents who are raising grieving children who've lost a sibling. So we wish it didn't, we wish nobody needs it. We are so thankful to be a part of the stories where families do need it now.
You've written a lot. How difficult was this particular book?
The first time I wrote it in the car that day was awful. And it was impossible to think about losing a baby. The more you work on it, the more you get to talk about it, the more you hear from families that have needed it, the more I feel strong in it. And I go, okay, this is important. This is important work. And so at some point it switches from this is for our family to this is for any family. But I'm sure glad that God is using our pain to serve other families. In the book, Jesus is reading a story to TJ and it talks about, look, TJ can pay attention, he can read, he can see. And the illustrator drew Jesus reading TJ another one of my kids' books. So I just, as you can imagine, just sobbed when I first saw that and thought, what would it be like if my nephew is getting to read the books I wrote for kids?
If there is one, what's been the prayer for this work?
We just want, when I pray for this book, I want it to land in every hand that needs it. I say this humbly, you know me well enough, so this is the book. This is the book for families that they've been looking for. And you know me, I mean, I want people to know Jesus because of this. I want this to end up in people's homes who don't believe everything we believe. And then they go, if this is true, if this is available for TJ, is this available for me? And if this is where TJ is, how do I get there? When I get to heaven, I do hope people say, your work led me toward Jesus. TJ doesn't have 40 years to do that. He had 56 days. I hope people walk up to him there and say, your life got me here. Because of your life and Jesus, I found him too. That's what I'm praying for.